Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're gonna talk some Gamera. That's right. So this is an interesting post that I want to share. First of all, I want to thank John Petrosky, aka you guys on stream know him as Big Bad Wolf. He tagged me in this Facebook post from Godzilla the Legend King. And the translation is a little rough here, and I'm not gonna read it out totally because it kind of reads funny. I'll give you guys the gist, but I'll at least share the screen, and if you guys can read it. Might be a little tough to read because my second monitor is twice the size of my first monitor, so it comes out kind of funny here. And I try to zoom in, but it just makes the right side bigger as opposed to the whole thing. So hopefully you guys can read it, but I'm pretty sure Steve Miller, for those of you who might be familiar with Steve, you might know him as the Kaijuologist, and he has a blog talking about everything kaiju. So I'm pretty sure he might do an article about this, and we'll definitely share that when it comes out. So, but essentially, the director for Shin Ultraman talked about Gamera, and I think his name is Shinji Higuchi. So he's working on Shin Ultraman, or he worked on it already. I think the movie already came out in Japan. We haven't got it yet, but he had a discussion about Gamera, and he also worked on Gamera, the Heisei trilogy, and essentially he's saying that he would be willing to do a Shin Gamera movie if nobody else is willing to take the reins. Essentially, is what he said, and that's really what the conversation is. And he gives a pretty good detail as to why he would get involved and why he thinks Gamera should make, there should be a Gamera movie. There should have been a Gamera movie. He essentially says loosely here, I'm paraphrasing everything here. It is a translated, like I said, a translated post. So like, for example, some parts it's supposed to say Gamera, but instead it says camera. So like, and then there's one part here, like I'll read it. It says, Higuchi director's films could make it look more interesting, which I'm ready to pass the wood. And I think he meant to say, I think the translation should be pass the baton, because he says here, I'm ready to pass the wood, but if no one else takes the wood or takes the baton, I'm willing to do it myself. And he reiterates that numerous times in this article, that he is willing to do it if nobody else is willing to take the reins. Now, I think right now, and I wish I had a larger channel sometimes for reasons like this. A lot of people have heard me say I prefer my channel to stay small. I like to have more of a direct conversations and communication with those who do view my content. But in this case, the reason I would love a large channel is I would love nothing more than to start a rally of some sort to get a Gamera movie done. There's no better time than now for them to bring him back. And I'm not saying it has to be an American movie, a Japanese movie. And I'm hoping that, I guess part of this post also believes that, at least in opinion, that if everyone were to go see Shin Ultraman, that might help push the idea of a Shin Gamera movie. Now, I'm not a huge Ultraman fan, and it's not because I think it sucks or anything. It's just something I never got to watch. And I'm so wrapped up in Godzilla that I've never given time to watch Ultraman. And the Ultraman legacy is huge, like 5 times the size of Godzilla. So, and a lot of people have told me where I could start and stuff like that, but it's so much content. That's why my son is lucky. He started watching Ultraman at a young age. He loves Ultraman. But because we're on such fire right now when it comes to kaiju content, that I'm definitely, when the opportunity comes, I'm definitely going to watch the Ultraman movie. And I wish there was a way we could start some sort, I don't know, a petition or a Twitter handle that can just be dedicated to bringing back Gamera, kind of like what the Snyderverse people did, but not as annoying. That's why I called them the Snyder cunts. Just something where we can get people to start kind of, at least every now and then, throwing out tweets or something to the studio that owns the rights to Gamera. I think it's Katakawa, I think it's called. But I'm sure somebody will correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong. But I think right now it is it is in my opinion, almost a disservice to the kaiju genre that Gamera hasn't come back. You know, yes, he's not as popular as Godzilla. I get it. Yes, a lot of his movies in the Showa era were very, very corny, but it's one of the reasons why I love them. But I mean, you're talking about a kaiju that had a kaiju that's his Heisei trilogy was incredibly epic. And many argue, and I agree, and I've said this myself, as much as I love Godzilla, the Heisei Gamera trilogy is by far the best kaiju content we received during the Heisei era. It is outstanding. The effects, the story, Gamera's design is incredibly beautiful. You know, I did see Gamera the Brave. It was okay, but I think it's time. I think it's time to bring Gamera back, and I think there's no better time than now. And I think if you're a Gamera fan, if you like Gamera, I think we maybe need to start finding a way to communicate that more. I don't know how. I'm not an expert in those things. I'm really not that active on Twitter. You know, I'm not a big fan of social media. It tends to be very toxic, so I kind of stay away as much as I can. But somehow, some way, we need to communicate that we want a Gamera movie, or that we want to see the big guy back, even if it's a one-off. I'm not asking for a full franchise reboot and series of movies, but at least a one-off, so that way we can say that from 2014 to 2024, 2025, we had a 10-year span where you could argue that the kaiju genre was at its peak. And I can't argue that without having Gamera included. He just means, I think he means a lot more to the kaiju genre than we give him credit for. And that's, you know, I'm hoping that this message resonates with the studios and they start considering maybe bringing him back for one movie. You know, I want to know what you guys think. I'm a big Gamera fan. I think he's been a great kaiju. I've enjoyed a lot of his movies as much as I've enjoyed Godzilla. And yeah, Godzilla will always be my number one, but Gamera is just as important to me when it comes to becoming a kaiju fan that I've become over the last 30 years. And it's kind of hard to see this golden age of kaiju without Gamera being included. So, but anyway, we'll see what happens. If you want to read this little post, if you have access to Facebook, and I'm not sure if Godzilla the Legend King is a group page or whatever, but I would start my search there. And then you know, just to get an idea, but roughly, basically, the director of Shin Ultraman said he would be willing to do a Gamera movie if nobody else is going to pick up the reins, and he has a lot of experience with it. He just feels that it's time for someone younger to come in and grab the reins and give it their own style and their own, you know, their own taste, their own flavor, which is very generous of him to think that way. But you know what? If he can do it and he's allowed to do it, just get it done. Just get it done. We don't know how long this kaiju run is gonna last, and I kind of feel like Gamera is late to the party, so let's get it done, man. Anyway, that's it for this video. I'm definitely interested to hear what you guys have to say, so please leave in the comment section overall your thoughts about Gamera. What would you want to see if they decided to bring him back? Are you cool with a one-off just to bring him back for one strong movie, a Shin Gamera? Do you not care about Gamera, or is he, you know, just let me know. Sound off in the comments. I really want to see what you guys have to say. And that's it. And anyway, I'll see you a little bit later for another video. The next video is going to be basically just sharing with you guys, like I said in my thank you video, sharing with you guys some of my figures that I have obtained over the years. Why? If you know me from old school, I was very not against buying them, but I was not like willing to take the leap, and now I did, and I kind of want to share with those people who have been sticking around for videos, who haven't been to the live streams. Because you can't really see them from here. You know, you can see them, but not as crisp. So I definitely going to do that later, share with you guys all my figures and stuff, and should be a lot of fun. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. This is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.